What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over the weekly energies for August the 18th through the 24th. I'm recording this on the 17th of August late at night because simply I don't think I'll be able to record tomorrow to do the weekly energy. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and knock it out while I can. So we're going to have a little dark late night tarot session for all signs. So yeah, I have my iPad lighting beaming at me, so hopefully the lighting isn't too horrid. I do have a ceiling fan going. It is still kind of hot here down in the south, but for the most part, can't control that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna read the signs Aries through Pisces. Well, I do want to ask how you guys been doing. How you guys been feeling? I know it's a lot of stuff going on collective wise, especially with all the astrology transits that's going on. Now I may be someone that reads tarot, but I'm also interested in astrology, and I am like, learning a lot about how astrology works. I've been learning about astrology since I was I'll say since the year 2017, 2018, around those years, 2016, 2017, 2018. I've been learning. That's basically when I discovered it. But in any case, I just want to see how you guys been doing. Hope everything's been going well for you guys. Okay, what's going on for all signs Aries through Pisces for the week of August the 18th through the 24th? What's coming up for all signs for August the 18th through the 24th for Aries through Pisces? Can you give me messages for each zodiac sign, Aries through Pisces, for the week of August the 18th, 2024? It's coming up for all signs for August the 18th through the 24th, 2025. Can you give me the weekly energies for each sign that I'm for Aries through Pisces that I'm going to read for today? Two more shuffles. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Aries, what's coming up for you this week? You're releasing control of something and keeping your options open. Aries is coming up for... Okay, you're releasing control of a situation and you're keeping your options open. I think there may be someone that may communicate with you with a stable offer in regards to some sorts, but I think you're dropping your guard in regards to something, or you no longer want to go back and forth trying to defend yourself and liberating yourself from a connection that once made you feel tied down to it. So I think you're primarily releasing connections this week. A lot of strength card here. Two cards came out. Queen of Pentacles. Let's see, did this... Okay, this want to come out reverse. So, yeah, I think you're tired of giving to a situation, if I'm not mistaken. You also pulled the Page of Wands reverse. You're just tired of giving to a situation. You feel as though there's really nothing you can do about the situation. It's really out of your control. I think you're just like wanted to just wipe your hands clean of the situation and just no longer feel the need to defend yourself in the situation. Why the Page of Pentacles here for Aries? Okay, flip. Okay, hold on. Reverse. Okay, Hermit reversed. Someone. Okay. You may be avoiding a decision in regards to something, possibly something career related. One more card as to why the Page of Pentacles here. Ooh, drop. Okay. Okay, Aries. I think primarily, I think you're reevaluating where you place your energy. You're reevaluating where you place your resources as well, because it seems as though you're trying to like cut off whatever it is that is not, how should I put this? that is not lucrative, and actually start putting your energy, whether it's tiny amounts of energy, towards something that you believe will be lucrative over time. And I think you're out of that. You're trying to get out of connection primarily as well, where you felt as though you have to constantly defend yourself or prove yourself to a person, and you're feeling the need to no longer do that, and you're just going to release and put your energy towards places where you can start off fresh. Give yourself a brand new start. Give yourself to start anew, versus like sticking around in situations that make you feel less than, is what I see here for you this week. So I think you're coming out of the dark on something. I think you're coming to the realization about something. Something just did not come together the way that you thought it would, possibly due to some deception and some type of, and it might be something that happened in the past where it wasn't a equal give and take in a situation. But I think you're going to start off trying to like work your energy back towards yourself, and try to replenish what was once lost. Not replenishing stuff that wasn't, given back to you, but just replenishing or replacing, I should say, what it is that actually is meant to be a part of your life, or meant to be a part of your this cycle in your life. So that's what I see here for you, Aries. All right. Taurus, what's coming up for you this week? You're not moving towards something. You're releasing control of something. You made a decision. You're ending something. You're ending something this week. You're no longer moving towards something. You don't feel in control of a situation, or this situation just out of your control. Why the Six of Swords here? Someone wasn't honest. I do sense a lack of honesty in a situation. Eight of Cups reverse. Okay, this could be you or some other person or a situation where you felt as though you couldn't walk away from it. Like, oh yeah, like possibly a King of Swords, like an air sign. Does not necessarily have to be. It can be someone that's embodying the energies. Now the King of Swords came up reversed, so this is not a good energy card. King of Swords reverse means like not really trustworthy, lack of honesty in a situation, lack of fairness, possibly narcissistic. I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but the King of Swords is a very mean and nasty card. So with that coming up reverse, it means like someone may not be able to walk away from you, or you feel as though you can't walk away from something. Why the Emperor reverse here? Do you feel as though... Okay, why the Sun card here? Okay, that's too many cards. What's this? Okay, let me see. Why the Sun card here? Five of Cups reverse. Okay, Taurus, do you feel as though you can't be happy in a situation? Like, it just seems as though it doesn't matter what you do, you feel as though you just cannot get what you want, and you just feel defeated. Why the King of Swords reverse here? Okay, you're trying to get a different perspective of the situation, but this situation is very, very draining, and it's causing more disappointment in your life. I think you already know this, but it seems as though you're trying to avoid that decision, or to avoid walking away. Like, you're trying not to make a hasty decision in something, and you're trying to gain a new perspective on something, but you're trying to also regain your energy back after losing control of something. So something probably was out of your control, and you're having to regain it. It feels as though I think you're trying not to let a stone be unturned. I don't know why I get that term. It's like you're trying to not move out of haste, but also move with intention, even though it's like you're trying to just gain clarity. What type of clarity you're trying to gain? You're trying to defend yourself, or you're trying to defend your ideas on something. You're trying to defend yourself here, and it's like you feel as though you have to do that, but it seems as though it's out of your control. I think what I'm trying to say is, like, if you release control of this and heal, like, you'll regain back your energy in the situation. You regain back your strength in the situation. You need to, like, allow yourself to rest. Don't feel as though you have to defend yourself in a situation, especially against dishonesty or people like this, or like unfair situations. Like you're trying to defend your honor. Yeah, this situation was a lack of, something did not come together. Now this could be job related. Something did not come together the way that you thought. Something was not given to you. Taurus, if you don't let this shit go, you pull the Emperor reverse. It's blocking your fucking happiness. Just heal. Anything that's meant to be in your life, you don't have to go the extra mile or have to go prove yourself to. You don't have to go through hell and high water to have this thing in your life. Things that are meant for you will come easy. You don't have to feel as though you have to constantly be in defense mode. You have to prove you are. People that understand who you are, you wouldn't have to feel like this. You wouldn't have to feel in constant battle mode. Like, no. Stop staying in situations that make you feel as though you have to constantly explain yourself. You better stand the fuck up, Taurus. Like, this is, you don't deserve to put yourself through that situation. If you're putting yourself through the situation, like trying to prove your worth to something, don't do that. Don't do that. There's nothing to gain. Like you're trying to prove yourself. Like you're trying to prove your honor. Like, no. That's not worth it. If anything, you need to find a situation that actually just get it. And I know this day and age is kind of hard to, I wouldn't even say it's hard. I don't even want to say it's rare, because I believe that there is spaces for everybody and there is a place for everybody. So I just want to say, like, become your best friend, your own best friend first, and then only don't block yourself from connections or people or situations that actually will welcome you as who you are versus who you think you should be in order to receive. So that's what I get for you here, Taurus. Like, rest and regain your vitality back. Get back in your power. Take your power back in the situation. All right, Gemini. Okay, you flew out, Gemini. Sun card. What are you happy about? You geeked about something, Gemini. What's coming up for you, Gemini? Ooh. Pull the Ace of Cups reverse. Okay, why the Sun here? Magician. King of Wands reverse. Okay, why the Ace of Cups reverse here? Okay. Okay, Gemini. I spoke too fucking soon. You pulled the Magician card. The Sun card is being clarified by the Magician card and the King of Wands. Okay, it's heavy fire energy here. Someone was probably manipulative. Someone was selling you a dream. Used car salesman type. Someone that was a liar. Someone that was in and out. Someone was like, I think something got revealed to you. That someone was being manipulative or was not being upfront with you. Selling you a dream. You pulled the Death card. Well, you pulled the Ace of Cups reverse initially. Clarifying the Ace of Cups reverse, you got the Death card and you got the Two of Pentacles reverse. I think you're making a decision to cut your losses, or someone's making a decision to pull their energy back or pull their emotions back from a situation and ending it, because it seemed as though mentally it was like taxing. And I think you're deciding to hold back. There probably was 3 people involved in the situation. You're just now finding out. Someone may, okay, I'm not going to say that message, but you may have found out. Oh, shit. Okay. The Sun can also represent kids. I did see the Empress card here. You probably found out someone was pregnant. Either you or somebody else. And it may be hidden from you. But that's not for everybody, so please don't take that if it doesn't resonate. Don't try to fit your big ass foot in a shoe that doesn't fit, okay? And I can talk because I got clown feet. But in any case, the Magician card here and the Sun and the King of Wands reverse. Someone was playing mind games with you, manipulating you in some way, shape, or form. And I think you're making a decision to cut your losses because something just got revealed. I think it was really fucking with you mentally. I don't Whoever this person is, they were really an asshole. Why's the sun card here? Brought constant drama your way. It's a bunch of, it may be a fire sign. Aries, Sag, Leo, lying to you about a connection. Lying to you. And I think you're feeling as though you was defending. It's like you was someone that just, it was multiple people involved. When I get the Five of Wands, it can represent drama, conflict, competition. And I can also take it as too many people involved, because if you see the original Five of Wands, I know this card don't really show it, but you can see it with the hands. There's multiple hands in there, in the pot. Someone was stirring the fucking pot. Why the Ace of Cups reverse here? Why the Ace of Cups reverse here? Gemini. Don't allow people to play in your fucking face. Follow your intuition. If you feel as though someone's really lying to you, someone's really, don't in that situation, go ahead and do yourself a favor and end that situation. You don't have to fight for crumbs, especially over a fucking liar. You pull the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords reverse. Get the hell up out your head about this situation. Like, I think you already know what's ending. What's ending here? I think a connection is ending. Something, lack of equal give and take in a situation. And it may be something from the past that may come up. This is maybe something that has happened in the past, or something, someone attached to the past, a past memory of some sort, possibly. You're no longer going towards it. Something that made you feel as though you could not really, you don't see yourself going long term with it, or you just didn't feel as like liberated in that situation as you thought you could. You're ending situations that was not emotionally fulfilling. You're making that decision. One more card. What is the Five of Wands about? A lot of drama. Gemini, don't allow, whatever this is, don't allow this back in your life, or don't fall victim to people treating you every which way, or telling you just anything just to keep you around. You're blocking your blessings by keeping a piece of shit around that don't deserve your fucking energy. And if you've been suspecting that someone was lying to you, possibly about another person, like I said, this does not, if it doesn't fit, don't take it. But if you felt as though there was multiple people involved and someone was gaslighting you in regards to the situation, it's not in your head. I do see that here. And it may get revealed to you, but you need to follow your intuition in this regard. And don't go towards situations like this. In that situation, get the fuck up out of Dodge, Gemini, is what I see for you this week. I'm gonna keep it brief. Brief. I say brief. Anyway, Cancer, what's coming up for you this week? Seven of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck. Someone's not honest. Manipulation. What the hell is going on this week, y'all? Why the Six of Swords reversed? Another World card here. The End of Lies. The End of Lies. Something's wrapping up in your life, Cancer, this week. Six of Swords here. Oh my God, the Six of Swords here, please. Heartbreak. King of Cups. Okay. Cancer, I did see the Seven of Swords reverse. I mean, the Seven of Swords upright at the bottom of the deck, so that can represent deception, lies. I do sense there was lies told, but I think that's wrapping up in your life. I think you're no longer going to fall victim to the narratives that was told to you. especially possibly in regards to multiple connections. Does not necessarily have to be romantic. It does not always have to be romantic. It can be acquaintances, friendships, family members, co-workers. The Lover's card can represent a lot of stuff. It also is the card of Gemini, so there's that. But I also see that you're no longer moving towards something, and you're gonna get out of your own way and start working on something, or start building on something, like putting something into motion this week. I think you're no longer going towards heartbreak. You're no longer going towards situations that really place pain upon you. You're not going, because I asked what the Six of Swords here is for, and I pulled the Three of Swords here. Situations that does not water your grass, does not give to you like you want it to. Unfair situations. But I do sense something's wrapping up in your life, possibly in regards to connections that was not honest to you, that was not genuine or authentic to you. You no longer have to put up, if anything, I should say, you don't allow yourself to put up with connections that is not authentically authentically you, or is not being authentically, it's not truthful. Connections that are in and out, connections that aren't shit. Why the World card? Can you give me one more card as to why the World card is here? And Eight of Cups reverse. Why the Tower reverse here? You're avoiding. I think you're no longer avoiding the truth. You're no longer avoiding the truth. If something's been lying, or something just have not been, if someone was not honest with you, if someone was, you're just wrapping up old timelines that was based off disappointment and lies. Lack of connection, I don't even see the Six of Pentacles here. I don't see anything, but I think connections that were not in alignment with you. I think you're no longer avoiding that truth. You're no longer avoiding that truth. That's closing out in your life. I think you're closing out a cycle, or closing out a pattern of dealing with people and things that just does not, that is a burden. Just connections that are just not honest to you. That is not necessarily something that I just sense that you're not seeing this long term. You're not going to move towards situations that cause you more heartbreak, situations that does not pour into you as you pour into it. And I think you're going to start going towards situations that actually you can sit, that is built off of trust, sturdiness, and foundation. You're also going to start working on things that actually bring you joy, or things that actually make you feel more in control and more stable. So connections are coming to an end in this life. Whether I don't know why I said this life, but you're wrapping things up. Connections are coming to an end. And I think you're no longer going to lie to yourself about what needs to come out of your life in regards to this. You're no longer going to avoid that truth, is what I see here. So that's what I see for you, Cancer. These readings, this reading is very evident to me that a lot of stuff is clearing out of people's lives this week. Old, outdated thought processes, old, outdated belief systems, old, outdated connections that should have been gone, that was just staying here out of convenience. I think in general, people are no longer avoiding the truth of the situation, or the message in general for this week is to not avoid the truth. Is right in your face. You can't avoid it, is what I sense. So let's go on to Leo. What's coming up for you this week, Leo? Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, that's a good card. What are you moving towards? You moving towards financial success? The white picket fence. You moving towards success. You moving towards like something that's very lucrative. coming up for you this week, Leo? Okay, why the Ten of Pentacles here? Why the Ten of Pentacles here? Ooh. This is going to be an opportunity, Leo. Something's going to be communicated. If you was waiting on a job offer, something that whether this job offer, especially the job offer, is giving you the whole package, like, girl, something that probably was competitive in nature, like multiple people competed for this position, you're going to get that call, that communication. If you was waiting on a job offer, that is. Things are going to start moving in your favor. Okay. Why the Death reverse here? Why the Death reverse here? Okay. Okay, you're no longer interested in situations that did not work out. Situations that was unfair in nature. You're walking away from that type of energy. You pulled the Four of Cups reverse, the Eight of Cups reverse, and the Nine of Cups. Sorry about that. Any case. Okay. Let me get one more card. What is this Three of Pentacles reverse here? Okay. Something just did not come together the way that you thought. And you had to make that decision to... I think you started to see a situation clearly for what it is. Still not telling me why the Death, like, Death reverse means, like, something's not able to transform. Does not necessarily have to mean an ending, but something's not able to come to a head. Why the Death card? Why the Death reverse here? Like, can you tell me, like, why is it reversed? I think you're like, okay, you may be avoiding, you no longer want to be in your head about something, so I think you're putting some on a back burner for now, because you just don't know what to do with it. And I think until you get that clarity in regards to a situation, then you can, like, transform it or end it the way that you need to. But I think you're just no longer wanting to, like, really put your focus towards that and actually focus on your abundance, focus on your stability, focus on the shifts that are coming in. So I think petty situations in general, or situations that was rooted in a bunch of backbiting, or people that weren't working as a team, or wasn't, like, collaborative in any case, I think you're just going to avoid dealing with that for now, and you're just going to focus on the positive things that is coming through for you this week. I think that's beautiful. I really do sense an offer coming in, or some type of communication that is a wish fulfillment for you, or something that's going to put you on a different path than what you were on. I think it's going to get you out of stagnancy as well. If you were stagnant or not feeling as though you not knowing which direction you want to take, you are getting out of your head in this situation. I think you're no longer getting your way. You're releasing control of a situation, and it's like, you know what, if I don't have the answers to that situation, I'm just going to let it go, and I'm just going to move on and focus on what I can control, focus on what's coming in for me, actually embrace the blessings that is coming in my life versus focusing on some shit that is not good. So that's what I see for you, Leo. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay. Virgo, what's coming up for you this week? Virgo, what's coming up for you this week? Ten of Cups reverse. Okay. Why the Page of Pentacles here? Why the Page of Pentacles here? Okay, you may feel as though your options are not as abundant, or you getting out of confusion in regards to a connection or a situation that you are in, and you no longer wanted to be in limbo about it. I think you're bringing something to an end this week, Virgo. You may be contemplating on, like, this is in the background because it's at the bottom of the deck. So this is something that may be in the back of your mind, or something that you're kind of aware of, but you're not really letting it come to the forefront of your conscious. I think you're cutting through the fog of a situation, and I think you're just gonna start putting back towards yourself, or you just gonna start pulling back your energy bit by bit, because I think you no longer want to deplete yourself in a situation. Whatever the situation was, it was not emotionally fulfilling. In fact, it was emotionally taxing. It was complete opposite. And it put you in a state of confusion that you're starting to get yourself out of. And it could have been a connection that you no longer want to go towards, or you no longer see happy prospects towards. You want to end it because it wasn't a happy foundation. It wasn't a happy home rooted in that situation. A lot of Ten of Cups reverse here. You did not get the victory, the recognition, the praise that you wanted in that situation. You definitely making a clear decision to cut your losses this week. I think the fog is clearing for a lot of people, but specifically since I'm reading for you, Virgo, this message is extremely clear for you. This situation, whatever it was, it just did not give you the whole package. I think, and you deserve a situation that actually make you feel good, make you feel seen. I think in this situation, you didn't feel seen. In fact, you felt as though you was just like a non-playable character, NPC, in someone else's life. You felt stuck to it. So you have to follow your intuition throughout this. Don't feel as though you have to defend yourself in this situation, or feel as though you have to find a reason to fight your reasoning. Like, I think you're in the beginning, you probably were fighting your intuition on something, like you knew something was not completely right, but it seems as though you was fighting it. But I think you're coming to that conclusion this week, whatever this is in regards to. Why is the Ace of Cups reverse? You're holding back. You're holding back. Why the Ace of Cups reverse? You're holding back. Okay, yeah, you're going to start pouring to yourself this week. You're definitely going to start pouring into yourself this week, little by little. I think you're retracting your energy as clear as day. Whoever this person was, or whatever the situation was, it does not always have to be a person. And that's why I hate when people say, oh, it's a person. No, it can be a situation. And usually my weekly readings are general, so it just basically means that it talks about whatever it wants to talk about. To be honest with you, and I'm sorry to interrupt your read, but I do want to clarify this. With my readings, whenever I read for somebody or read in general, my cards pick up on whatever it want to pick up on. I may ask a specific question, but it's going to tell me exactly what the person need to hear, or exactly what I need to hear. So, yeah, I just do general readings because not everything have to be specific. I guess you can say this is due to my mutable energy. I have a lot of mutable energy. But I can also say that, like, you know, a message is a message, and not everything has to be specific. But whatever the situation was, I think you're going to start retracting your energy and pulling back and healing. Like, retreating back into your mode so you can build back towards the whole Queen of Pentacles. You're having to start off small and build yourself back up this week. Especially from an emotional draining situation. Something really drains you emotionally, and you having to gain back that emotional stability. Why the Six of Wands reverse, please? Why the Six of Wands reverse, please? Yeah, you're healing. You're not moving. You're not trying to move, and you're not trying to rush through the process. I think you know this is going to take some time. You're just going to start pouring back into yourself. Also, I am drawn to this card. I think you're going to, like, try not to fall into, like, habits of addictions like alcoholism and stuff like that to try and soothe over your problems. There is a lot of cup energy, so, you know, I always say this to anybody. It's like, you may be doing this to numb the issue, but the issue is still going to be there at the end of the day. So there's no need to put your body through that just for a temporary fix. So you need to start healing, start actually putting towards healing. So that situation that you're trying to numb yourself away from, face it and work yourself through it. Like, heal through it. If you have to get that ugly cry out, get that ugly ass cry out. If you have to, how can I put this? If you have to yell in the empty abyss, yell into the empty abyss. If you have to go over the situation multiple times in your head to try and make sense of it, do what the fuck you gotta do. Just allow yourself to heal from the situation and don't try to numb it through substances. It's not always the answer. Now look, I'm not saying like a drink can't, like, you know, having a drink here and there ain't gonna hurt, but and I'm not encouraging people to drink, so let me clarify that. Especially if you're underage or you have alcoholic tendencies, definitely not saying that. But all I'm saying is you can't numb out your problems through alcohol. You can refill your cup back up with healing and resting. Healing does not have a rule book, so you can heal however you feel is necessary for you to heal. Start putting back towards yourself so you can get back to that Queen of Pentacles you are. You are Earth sign. You have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That's what you're building towards, hun. You don't have to stay drained forever. You don't have to drown away your worries. Because like I said, it's still going to be there. So face it. So you won't have to deal with that shit ever again. Or you won't have to have it take over your life. That's what I see here for you, Virgo. All right. Libra, what's coming up for you, honey? What's coming up for you, Libra? Healing for you as well, hon. You pulled the same cards want to come out. Okay. Why the Page of Pentacles here for Libra? Okay, you're trying to decide on something. At least you're not trying to rush through a decision. So I think you're trying to see what you, like, you're trying to balance out your options before you make a stable offer or start building towards something. Why the Four of Swords here for Libra? 3 cards came out. Okay, you're starting to just regain, you're starting to put back into yourself and starting to change your perspective on the situation, or starting to see like what is really out there for you. I think you're trying to reevaluate what is out there for you. What is really going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled. It's like you're in two different, like you're trying to see which path you should take. And you're having to like go within, not give out so outwardly, but you're having to go within and figure out what is the best move for you to make. I see you're at a crossroads here. You're really, I mean, Libras can be a bit indecisive, honey. So it seems as though you're trying to see, okay, should I do this or should I do that? And it may be in regards to something tangible, possibly career. Like what it is that you want to do for your career. Like where do you see yourself long term? A lot of Page of Pentacles here. Wheel of Fortune. What's going to give you that full package? What's going to make you feel more fulfilled, more abundant? Well, it's not going to, like, it's like you're, and you probably are avoiding a decision or avoiding making a decision or avoiding working on something. Why the Two of Swords here? Why the Two of Swords here? Be honest. Get honest with yourself, Libra. Get honest with yourself. Is something not coming together the way that you thought it was? Yeah. Get honest with yourself. I think you know deep down what you need to do. And you need to sit down. You need to reflect. Go and reflect. And get honest with yourself. Get honest with yourself. Communication may come through about something. I can't read the Ace of Swords of that, but I can also read the Ace of Swords as clarity. Something may be coming through that helps bring clarity to a situation. And it may get you out of that stuck mode that you were in, or that limbo mode. So something may come in to help with that decision, like communication-wise. One more card as to why the Page of Pentacles here. Why the Page of Pentacles here. Seven of Swords. Ooh, why the Page of Pentacles here? Okay, it's in regards to career. Oh, Libra, I think you're not. Okay. Okay, Libra. I think you're falling out of love with what you do. But you're avoiding making that decision. You're avoiding making that decision. You're falling out of love with what you do. And I think you're going to come out of your own head and recognize that. I'm on a Wheel of Fortune here. Okay. I do sense communication may come through about this. Something's shifting. It's no longer going to be like this. Okay, I don't think it's with other people. I think this may be self-focused. But I think you're no longer going to be going back and forth in your mind about what you want to do. You're no longer going to be stagnant or stuck in indecision with a situation. And I think you're going to start seeing what options are out there for you. Once you start to reflect and pour into yourself, or start like retracting your energy from situations that further brings confusion or further brings your indecision. But I do sense you're no longer interested in what you're doing. I don't think you really like what you're doing. It don't always have to be work. I think it could be energy towards a relationship. I don't think you want to put in the work towards a relationship anymore, or connection, or towards work in general, or your career. Like something you're doing you just don't like. You're falling out of love with it. But there's some mental clarity that's going to come through in regards to this. And it might be an offer that comes through, a decision, a long lost decision. So Libra, just take your time. And we all been there. If it's in regards to like career and you not really liking what you're doing, you know, that's just a sign that like, hey, like probably try and figure out what it is that you really want to do. And like I said, it's easier said than done, but like deep down, more than likely we know what we really want to do. We just don't know how to go about it. And I think I'm gonna do an episode about this, because I'll do an episode about it because I feel it's something that I've been learning. So we'll see. But in any case, Libra, take that time out for yourself and actually be honest with yourself. What it is that you truly want. What it is that you want to do. You don't have to, don't put yourself in a position that you feel as though, oh, I don't want to do it. Like, you don't have to, just take time out for yourself until you come to that conclusion or come to that realization that you need in order to move on from something that you no longer want to deal with or no longer love. You know what I mean? So that's what I see here. Scorpio, what's coming up for you? Ace of Cups, someone's offering you something, or okay, hold on. Before I start reading, Scorpio, what's coming up for you? Okay, an offer may be coming through. Work offer, possibly. Work offer, possibly. What's the Ace of Cups here? A decision's being made? Okay, I seen the King of Wands reverse. I see the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck reverse too. Okay, hold on. Why the Temperance card here? There's a lot of fire energy here. Someone's probably being manipulative in the situation, because I did see the King of Wands reverse and the Magician upright. That's my combination for like manipulation, and someone that's in and out, playboy, playgirl, someone that's dishonest, someone that's a hoe. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry if you're a hoe. That's like, and you're fucking with someone's feelings or life. That's kind of fucked up, don't you think? In any case, I do see the Ten of Wands reverse, and I do see the Ace of Cups here. So this can be something that's emotionally based. something stabbed you in the back, or someone was hoarding, like, resentment. Someone was holding resentment. What if I have a Swords here? Something didn't come together the way that you wanted it to, or someone lied about. Oh shit! But I didn't even. Someone lied about something, and someone may be holding resentment because of that lie. What is this Empress reverse here? What is this Empress reverse? About a connection? Someone was felt trapped to a connection? Like they couldn't move? Someone felt as though they couldn't move. You felt left out in the cold possibly, or you're getting yourself out of the cold. But you may have felt like, okay, either you or this person held resentment towards the situation that has transpired. And someone felt as though that was the only, like, someone probably felt as though that they have to put up with this. And because they felt as though they had to put up with this, or they felt trapped to it, they started to build resentment towards the situation because they felt as though they couldn't get out of it. They didn't feel as though they can get out of it. So, because they felt stuck. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay. I've been staying on these readings a lot longer than I thought. See, this is why I want to start doing lives, because I actually do want to interact with a lot of people and just communicate with a lot of people, and you know, I think that would be fun. But one day for sure. But in any case, I do sense that like someone felt either you or this person felt trapped to this connection, and they felt resentment because they felt as though they couldn't move on, or they couldn't like find something else that was more suitable for them. And then you got the Emperor's reverse. There's a lack of growth, lack of expansion in the situation. And it was like something's being released, a burden possibly. But someone's going back and forth in their mind about what they want to do. Like, I think someone like don't want to go towards it anymore. Why the Temperance card here? Ooh, disappointment. Yeah. I think okay, either you or this person want to end something. Y'all, clearly, someone's not happy. And let me tell you, you're not chained. Like, you're never too deep into something. And when I say that, I'm saying it in a way where it's like, people think that like, oh, like I have to go through this, and this is what's going on, and you're never too deep into something to where you can't get out of something that's not emotionally fulfilling you, or that's not giving you what you need. You're never too chained down to something. You're never too deep into something. So don't think that you have to stay stuck in a situation and stay stuck in this bitter energy just because you feel stuck, like you feel as though that's all you can get. Why are you selling yourself short like that, Scorpio? I'm reading for Scorpio. So, like I said, take this reading to resonate. Someone needs to hear this, but cut your losses. Like, oh, I got so attached, like so connected to the family, and okay. But you're not making space for the people that, the person that actually wants to be a part of, the person that you actually are more fulfilled with. Well, you won't have to go through this damn energy. How can you make space for someone new if you still got someone taking up that space? How can they come through the door if the stuff is blocking the fucking doorway? Get out of it. Move on. Find your happiness. You're never too stuck. You don't have to stay stuck in emotionally imbalanced situations. It's never too late. You can move. You can shift. You got You can do it. Breathe through it, shit. Don't feel chained to a situation just because it's causing you to become more bitter towards the situation or hold resentment towards the situation. You can drop that burden and get out of that disappointment and get out, like, and just stop going towards it, or stop putting your energy towards something that's just not worth it. That's what I see for you, Scorpio. All right, down to the final 4. I'm already at 50 minutes. Damn. Okay, Sagittarius, what's coming up for you this week? You're making a decision. You're going back and forth. Ooh, possibly closing out a cycle. What's coming up for you, Sagittarius, this week? Page of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Something lucrative may come to you this week that you have to make a decision on. Why the Judgment card here? Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. A very life-changing decision. Very life-changing decision. Communication gonna come through. That cuts through the competition, cuts through the drama. Someone wants you. Someone wants you, Sagittarius. Why the Page of Pentacles here? This is similar to the Leo reading. Okay, I think go ahead and heal. Start putting energy towards yourself. I think this is a message to stop giving out so freely. Meaning that, like, don't deplete your energy in situations like this. Like, start giving to yourself. This combination came out a lot with different signs that I read. But you pulled the Page of Pentacles, and this is being clarified by the Four of Swords, King of Pentacles reverse, and the King of Cups reverse. Start putting towards yourself. Start putting towards yourself. Also, if it's a thing that comes through this week, like, I want to say, like, keep it to yourself, possibly. You don't have to announce or say what you're going to do. Like, you probably just need to keep this to yourself. I don't know why I want to say that. Why the Judgment card here? One more card, why the Judgment card here? Okay. You're no longer, I think you're going to make a decision to, like, no longer, like, anything that you're not interested in, you're no longer going to go towards it. Why the Wheel of Fortune here? Unexpected. It's at the bottom of the deck. I think you're not going to go towards something. Something unexpected. Unexpected communication comes through about this thing. And you're no longer interested. Okay. You're no longer interested in something unexpected gonna happen in terms of communication, or someone coming in to communicate with you, or watching you, or observing you. I'm sorry, girl. I have not, or guy, I have not been, like, you know, I want to rest a little. I never read this late at night before, but hey. Any case, what's this tower here? I'm curious what this tower is for. Okay, yeah. Something gets revealed to you that makes you want to hold back. Why is this? Oh, follow your intuition on something, Sagittarius. And don't feel the need to, like, defend stuff. Like, you can take a back seat in this. Let shit play out, okay? Hold back. Let the tower do its thing. Something's gonna get exposed. Something's hidden. Why the Ten of Pentacles reverse here? Nine of Wands. Someone played with you and your stability. Okay, I don't want to put out false statements, but someone played with you and your stability, Sagittarius. And I think that's going to get exposed this week, so hold back. If that's the case, like I said, tarot is basically intuitive. Energy changes all the time. But I do see the Nine of Wands here, upright, being clarified. The Ten of Pentacles being clarified by the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Wands upright. So it seems as though you're having to like hold back from a situation that, and observe. Keep getting the energy of people having to observe. Like either someone's watching you or observing you, or you're observing the situation from afar before you make a decision, before you move on from something. Why the Wheel of Fortune here? Sun reverse. You're making a decision to not, like, yeah, you're making a decision to pour in, like, something may get revealed, Sagittarius. Why the Sun reverse? Okay, this part is not going to resonate for all. But if you're, I think, okay, one of you Sagittarius, you're waiting on pregnancy. You're waiting to get pregnant. And it's like you're having to wait. It's like you're having to wait until things pan out. You pulled the Judgment card with the Wheel of Fortune being clarified by the Sun reverse and the Empress upright. So I sense that, or I see that, like, if you're one of the Sagittarius that's been trying for a child, I do sense that you're like waiting on that moment to come for you. And I sense that you've been waiting on that. You've just been waiting on that perfect moment, or you're just waiting for that thing to, it's like you're having to hold back until that result come in. It's like you're having to hold your breath, like, when is it going to happen? I'm drawn to this clock here on the Judgment card. And also the Sun reverse. Sun represents children. Empress represents pregnancy, growth, and expansion. But the Wheel of Fortune, you're just waiting on the ships to tide. The tide, the stuff to shift. So where you can get that, like, happy family that you want. One more card. It may stress you out. And you may feel defeated. But if I have to say anything to you, is just let time, give it time. Give it time. I think it's on divine timing. It's out of your control right now. When stuff is not in your control, that's just a way to say, like, it's just not your battle. It's not your problem to worry about. Just allow things to go with the flow. You don't have to put yourself in this type of energy. Allow the divine to do what it got to do. Divine timing takes its time. So just wait, sit back, observe, hold back. Don't put yourself in stress because of the lack of coming together, or the lack of, like, the happy family. Like, just allow yourself to just rest. Allow yourself to rest. It will come when it comes. Allow yourself to rest. Okay, Sagittarius. That reading wasn't for everybody, but one Sagittarius need to hear that. Just rest. Hold back. Don't put yourself in haste. Don't make hasty decisions. Hold back. Hold back. Be in observation mode. It's easier said than done. You're a fire sign. So, yeah. All right, Capricorn, what's coming up for you this week? You're holding back from something, Capricorn. What's coming up for you this week, Capricorn? You're holding back from giving your energy to somebody who's a piece of shit. I don't know why I said piece of shit. Anyway, you're holding back. Why the Four of Pentacles up right here? Why the Four of Pentacles here? Oh, shit. Something getting revealed. You're holding back from, like, a decision. You're holding back from moving towards something. Or you're holding back from a situation that's in and out. Or some... One more card. Why the Four of Pentacles here? Okay. You're waiting to make a head over heart decision in regards to something. possibly in regards to an opportunity that comes through, an offer. Could be romantic in nature, but I think you're holding back. You're trying to see through some things first, like you're trying to follow your intuition in regards to something. Why the Queen of Cups reverse here? Magician. I think you don't feel as though you can make it happen with somebody, or someone feels as though they can't make it happen with you. Something's not coming together that the way that you all want it to come together. You don't feel as though you can make something shake. You can't make something work. Why the King of Pentacles reverse? Yeah, I think you're losing hope in something. I think you want to start, you feel out of control in something. You don't feel as though I think something's draining you emotionally too. And I think you're having to like stop that drain for a moment. Like you're having to like try and keep your energy in check and like cut through some things. Like you're trying to really make sure that you're thinking of something. Like you're seeing things clearly versus like making hasty decisions. Why the Star card here? You don't feel confident. And I feel as though deep down, because you don't feel confident, you want to let this go because it's causing you heartbreak. You want to, but you feel stuck. As I think I told, who I told this to? Whoever I told this to, I told this to another side. Like, you're never too deep into something. Like, that stuff is not made of stone. Like, you can always make a change. You always have a choice. That's what I want to say. You always have a choice. You're never without an option. Like, don't think you have to stay in a situation just because. You have the choice to get the fuck out. You have the choice to make some changes. You have the choice to, like, do what you gotta do. You have the, like, not something detrimental, more crazy. What I'm saying is, like, you have the option to change your circumstances. You're never too rooted in something to where you can't shift out of something that's not beneficial for you. Karmic shit, whatever the fuck this is, karmic shit, they're not meant to stay in your fucking life. And like they said, everything in your life is fucking karmic, but there's good karma and there's bad karma. Stop feeling as though you have to hold on. You can release it. It's gonna sting. Not saying that it comes easy when you release something. It's gonna fucking sting. But you're gonna make it to the other side if you having to contemplate on leaving a connection with somebody. You're not feeling confident. You need to get... Why would you stay in a situation that's constantly making you feel like you're not good enough? Or getting you out of your drive? Why are you staying in situations like that just because in the name of love? Or in the name of falsehood? You got to get real with yourself. Why the High Priestess here? You're not being honest with yourself. Or someone's not being honest with you. I think you feel stuck. You feel in two minds. You feel as though you can't make something end. Capricorn, follow your intuition. Hold back from giving your energy towards situations right now until you can come up with that stable decision and come to clarity about something. Communication may come in. There's an offer that may come in. Why is the Ace of Wands here? What is this? What's the Ace of Wands here for? Temperance. A small offer of love, possibly, that may get you out of this lack mentality. Someone from the past. But I'm getting that, like, there's some type of situation where you feel as though you're just not in your element. Someone feel exposed. Is what I get here. Hold back and cut through the bullshit, Capricorn, is what I see for you this week. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. I'm getting kind of tired, but I'm going to make it through this. Aquarius, what's coming up for you? Oh, shit. Oh, you're ending some type of drama. Something was causing drama. The smoke is clearing in regards to drama. I think you're determined to get out of something. You're determined to get out of something. Why the Five of Wands here? It could be in regards to work. Or you working on something. Communication going to come through about an ending. Someone's going to communicate something to you about an ending. Where you no longer feel like you have to fight or compete for it. Why's the Nine of Wands here? Nine of Cups reverse, Justice. The scales are balancing. The scales are balancing is what I hear. The scales are balancing. The Nine of Cups reverse. Whatever the situation was, it wasn't really a wish fulfillment. I think you don't like the outcome of a situation. You don't like the outcome of a situation. Why the Hierophant here? You feel like you can't walk away from it, though. Emotionally, you feel as though you can't walk away from it, so you're having to retract and put energy towards yourself this week after a loss. Something that's coming to an end. Something's wrapping up in your life this week, or you may feel as though like you, and it may be an outcome that you don't, that you don't like. I get you really just don't like. A lot of Eight of Pentacles reverse here. Communicate, yes. Communication gonna come through. It's gonna get you out your head though. But you're gonna be able to look and see what else is out there for you. You're no longer gonna be chained to it, like you're no longer gonna feel stuck. Whatever's happening is getting you unstuck. It's getting you unstuck. One more card right here. Yeah. Don't worry. It's getting you unstuck. You're going to be shifted towards situations that actually bring you the joy and the recognition that you deserve. Especially emotional situations that is more balanced and more equal give and take and long-term emotional stability. You're no longer going to be interested in dealing with stupid shit. So whatever this decision was, just know it's getting you unstuck. Why the Hermit reverse? I think you kind of knew this was, I think you observed, I think I got a reading like this for you last week or the week before last or whatever, where it's like you was observing a situation. It seems as though you're coming into clarity about a situation. You're no longer moving towards something. Something's hidden, possibly about deception in regards to like some type of authority figure or boss or something. Some deception is hidden from you. But I think you're no longer going towards something. You're no longer going to go towards something is what I see for you this week, Aquarius. All right. Very straight to the point. All right. Last but not least, let's do Pisces. What's coming up for you, hun? What's coming up for you, Pisces? You're trying to make a decision. I think you're making a decision to let something go this week. Let something go to break your own heart. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? Five of Swords. Yeah, you're getting out of this energy of... You're getting out of this energy of bitterness. I don't know why I said that. Getting out of this energy of resentment. Apology. You're getting out of this energy of a resentment. Why the Two of Wands here? Seven of Wands. Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Possibly in regards to a connection. You're going back and forth about what you want to do. Like I think you're trying to defend something or trying to like make sense of something in your mind. And it's possibly in regards to connection. And it like Seven of Cups reverse can represent like stuff becoming clear. You making a decision in regards to a connection, but you pulled the Two of Wands here and the Seven of Wands. So it seems as though you're going back and forth in your mind about what you want to do in regards to a connection. Why the Five of Swords reverse here? Temperate. Ooh. Pisces, don't make decisions out of haste. Don't make decisions out of haste this week. It seems as though your mind is not, like, you, when making a decision, like, if you don't get a clear yes or no, or if decisions are based off emotionally charged situations or passion, that's not a clear answer. You need to make you need to make sure that you balance your energies out. Something probably why the Seven of Wands here? Why are Seven of Wands here? Okay, Four of Wands. Okay, you've okay. Keep your coins to your chest, Pisces. Hold on. Why the Five of Swords reverse here? Ooh, I think you're no longer gonna be in your head about a situation. You're releasing yourself from this, whatever this energy that you felt chained to. Something that was toxic. I think you're no longer like trying to be in your head about a situation that was toxic. Let's just call it spade a spade. That was toxic. I do sense the Five of Wands. I think you're getting out of that resentment energy, or you're getting out of that energy where you felt like stuff was just constantly topsy-turvy. Why the Temperance reverse here? Yeah, I think you're gonna start pouring into your own cup. You're gonna start building and putting towards yourself. Hopefully, or just a message for you to start building towards yourself. I think you no longer want to fight with yourself, and I think you want to start building. You want to start building towards things that actually that's substantial. You no longer want to be stuck in this mode of where you felt trapped in thoughts, negative repeating thoughts. And you no longer want to be stuck in resentment mode either. Yeah, you're not interested in resentment. You're not interested in fighting. You're not interested in drama. You're not interested in any type of conflict. You're not interested. I do see that heavily here. You're not interested in anything like this anymore. I think you want to start, I think you just wanted to put energy towards yourself, or start taking back your energy, just so you can get your happiness back and get your stability back emotionally. I want to say physically, because I do see wands here, and mentally. I think you want to get yourself back in check. So I think this is a week where you're going to start I think you're no longer going to be in a mode where it's like you feel as though stuff is out of your control, or you feel in victimhood. Not saying that, like, I'm saying that, like, you no longer want to feel like something's taking over your life. And you no longer want to feel stuck in a loop of resentment, or stuck in a loop of stuff. Like, it's like you want to make a change, and you want to get out of that mode to where you feel as though like you was just constantly back and forth in your mind. You just want to release that burden, and you're no longer interested in entertaining stuff like that. You want to entertain things that actually more tangible, that actually lights a fire under your ass to get you what you want, is what I see here. So that's what I see for you, Pisces. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this real quick, so just give me 1 second. All right, I had to take a little break. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and read for the collective, and we're gonna tie this reading out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle and see what the collective message is for August the 18th through the 24th. So what is the collective message I can get for all signs? What is the message that they need to hear the most from all signs, Aries through Pisces, that I read for this week of August the 18th through the 24th? What is the message that they need to hear? What is something that they need to hear for this week? Any advice, any type of insight they need to know about this week for the collective? Like, what is it that they need to know? What is it? What is the message that they need to know? What can I give the collective this week? This reading is 1 hour and 14 minutes, y'all. I don't know if I was dragging my feet or I just had more messages to give to you guys. I'm not sure. What's coming up for the collective this week? What messages can I give to the collective this week? Through my shuffles. Okay. One. Coming up for the collective. Two. Okay. Three. Alright. What's coming up for the collective this week? What is a message I can give to collective? Ooh. Okay. That was a lot of cards. Why the Hermit card here? Queen of Swords reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Why is that there? Sun reverse. Okay. Okay, collective. I think you're no longer going to be ruminating on something that ended in your life. I think you're finally getting over, you're getting to the tail end of your healing when it comes down to some ending that transpired. I do see the Sun card here. I asked why the Ten of Swords reverse, the Ace of Wands reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles reverse. I think you're no longer interested in replaying old narratives. Or you're not interested in putting yourself in a situation or replaying situations that did not make you happy, or situations that were burdensome. Not replaying painful situations is what I should say. And I think you're being honest with yourself in regards to a situation. Like, you no longer want to, you just want to put those things to an end this week. Why is the Hermit card here? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, let me make sure. I'm just gonna let that fall the way it is. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, it's clear as day. Yeah, the Hermit card, you're trying to find that hope. You're not interested in situations that does not, I think you're just not interested. I think you're trying to seek the truth of a situation. I do see the eyes here. And I do see the star and the Four Cups. You're trying to seek information in regards to something, and you're not interested in anything that's not giving you the clarity that you need. I think you're not really getting the clarity. Like, you're trying to find that reasoning. You're trying to find the purpose behind something. Why is the Queen of Swords reversed here? The Lovers. I see that. Why the Queen of Swords reversed here? The cars keep fucking falling. Seven of Cups. Yeah. You no longer want to be in confusion over a situation. Anything that wasn't being honest with you, or anything that's not being truthful to you. I think you no longer wanted to deal with dishonest situations. You want to find the truth of a situation. You want to cut through the bullshit. You no longer want to be lied to about a situation. And you no longer want to go back and forth about it. Why is the Sun card here? Yeah, you want to celebrate. Yeah, collective. I think this week you're primarily focused on truthful and honesty and genuine connections, genuine situations. You're no longer interested in putting your energy towards things that cause more confusion, cause strife, cause dishonesty, cause unfairness. Like, you're not interested in putting yourself in those situations again. Anything that make you ruminate or replaying a painful ending in your mind, or things that did not work out. Things that just did not work out. You just no longer wanted to put your energy and focus towards that. You want to focus on the things that actually, or you want to put your energy towards things that actually bring you happiness, actually helps you to become more connected and give to you as you give onto it. Like, you feel more celebrated, more happy. Whatever this truth is that you're seeking, just know, like, you have the, the lies are being cleared out. The confusion is being cleared. Like, last week I did get that, last week I did get that, how can I put this? I'm gonna pause and then I might have to edit this. Last week I did get that, like, the smoke is clearing, like you gotta wait until the smoke clears. I think this is where the truth comes in. You're no longer trying to figure out like what's going on between now and then. Like, I think, yeah, you're just not interested. This is just all I can say is this is just a no bullshit type of read. You're just no longer interested in putting your energy towards places that is just no longer exist. What they say, like, the past no longer exists. What's there is just what's now is the present. So, but yeah, all I can say is this: celebrate. Be around people that celebrates you, makes you shine, makes you shine, makes you feel whole, adds to you. You don't have to stay stuck in those situations or stuck in painful memories. And sometimes you may not even know the truth of the situation. Probably the situation will, if you was trying to figure out the truth of the situation, probably the situation truth may come out later down the line. But I think you're no longer trying to figure out why things happen the way it did. Things happen for a reason. Whether we, even though it sucks to say that, but you know, we only have control over ourselves and what we can do in the situation. So I just sense that, like, what we can do, you can focus on, like, feeling bad for yourself, or you can focus on feeling good for yourself. You have a choice. This is the overall message, like, collective, you have a choice in your life. Don't allow situations to not make, like, don't let situations make a decision for you on how you should feel, how you should think, or how you should go about things. You have a choice. You can sit and ruminate on it. You can sit and heal from it. You can sit and learn from it, or you can sit and just, like, make shit work for yourself, make shit better for yourself. You always have a choice to make a change and do something different. So that's what I see here for the collective. I hope that made sense. And also, I guess to tie out this reading, I want to go ahead and pull one of these cards. I had these cards for a very long time, and I forgot to actually pull it out last time because I got sidetracked. But in any case, we're going to go ahead and pull one card to tie out this reading in one little bow. Okay. I'm just going to try and shuffle these. These are very different cards, so yeah. These are meditation cards, so. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. What's a card I can get to the collective this week? Okay, it already flew out. May you know light. So let's read what they have to say in the book. May you know light. Oh, I went right to it. Okay, y'all. May you know light in your life. Chances are you are aware of its power and beauty because you also know darkness. There's wisdom in the shadows, and light comes in through the cracks. Like the stars and the sun, light guides us and makes our day. May you find it in your heart and mind too. Lighten up. Release the darkness that's not serving you. Find and fan your inner glow. Radiate light and be light. That literally just ties everything together. Like, yes. May you know light. You don't have to stay stuck in situations, love. You have a choice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully this setup was not creepy, but in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, appreciate it. Bye, y'all.